Welcome to the channel, everybody. Level M diecast, Matchbox action, of course, Hitch and Haul. You guys been watching my Instagram. You already knew these were coming up. There are four for 2023. These are the first ones dropping for the year. There are two carryovers and there are two brand new ones. One of the carryovers is this guy right here. This is from 2022. But this is the new style, of course, with the 70th anniversary logo on there. This guy's already been, released back in 2022. It is the exact same one as you see here. There are no differences between the two. You might find some print differences, but it's highly unlikely. They are the exact same model. Maybe shade differences, something like that. But we've already seen that one, unfortunately. But that is just a carryover. Of course, that is from the original Dino release. This is from 2007. So this is the one released in 2007, and then we got a new one last year in this one. And then, of course, it is carryover. This was the original version of this casting when it still had the opening door on this side, which had a little actuator on the bottom, which was pretty nice. Just the generic camper. And then the difference between the two of these, they did modify the trailer a little bit. And they did modify the excavator. So they made it to where you can turn this 360. And then on the older one, you couldn't do that. But you did have an extra movement for the bucket. That was the only difference. So kind of a trade-off here. No movement in that bucket piece there. But that is the difference between those two. Get those out of here. The other carryover is this guy right here. This was the Arctic Expedition. This one was one that came with two different colors. So you see you have a scuba diver here, scuba diver here. There was another set that had an orange one here and a blue one here. And then I think the shark may have been a different color. But they also had inverted trailers on those two. So you had, of course, that one in white with orange and then orange with white. And, of course, the exact same one here. So haven't seen anything different between the two of these. It's just, same-o, unfortunately. But don't fret because there are two brand spanking new ones in the mix. This is the first one. This one is kind of the Arctic Expedition. It says it's the Arctic Explorer. That's what they call this one. Number 1 of 9. This one looks pretty good. This is a new style for Hitch and Haul. Now, the reason I say this is a new style is because I want you to take a look at this. So, this is the old version, okay? The accessory pieces are very minimal. There's only 3 accessory pieces in this pack. There's no print on them. They're just one solid color. That's it, okay? Nothing fancy. Same with this guy, okay? Only 3 accessory pieces. Well, this one got 4 because there's a little character here. Just a little guy there. But that's it. Just 4 pieces. No prints or nothing or anything like that. Very, very basic and rudimentary. Now, it's clear that they have added some value to the Hitch and Haul line. See that the characters are all printed up. They look pretty good. Even the polar bear has a face on it. Couple of huskies. So this one still has 4 accessory pieces, which look pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and crack this guy open. There is your expedition leader, which looks pretty good. Some pretty good quality prints on there. It looks pretty good. Nothing fancy, just pretty standard. But at least they masked off the pickaxe and the stuff in the back, so that looks pretty good. You get a polar bear, just a solid piece of plastic, but looks pretty good. Does have a face on it, just hard plastic for that guy. There are 2 huskies. They are the exact same. They do have a face print on it. That one's a little off, but not bad. And then just a little bit of print. Some pretty good quality prints for the fur. This looks pretty good. Again, these are hard plastic, so they are not like the rubber material. So put those 2 guys there. Pull out our vehicles. Start off with this Arctic truck. This has been, modified to add a tow hitch on it. Didn't originally have a tow hitch. That is added on. It is new for 2023 so that it can be in the Hitch and Haul line. This looks pretty good to say Unit 1044 Glacier Patrol. That is the man number 1044. It is copyright 2022. So the Snow Thrasher got a new copyright date for the added tow hitch on it. It looks pretty good. It's a cooler generic casting. This is the snowmobile trailer. This trailer's been around for a while. This is not new. It's been modified, but this is not new. They've done a snowmobile trailer before. Metal base, and then the red is all plastic, a little bit of print on it. There is a snowmobile included. It is white, orange, and gray, 3 pieces. Looks pretty good. There's a little spot here, which is essentially supposed to attach it to the trailer, but there is no friction whatsoever. It just keeps it from falling off. So it doesn't lock into the trailer. It doesn't do anything. There's nothing else that keeps it from moving, but it does hitch up to the tow. Hitch up and tow on the vehicle very, very well. It's nice and flat. Looks pretty good. Looks like maybe that tow hitch was kind of specifically designed for this trailer. I kind of wish that the snowmobile is a different color. I feel like it doesn't really match the color combination, but that one looks pretty good. It's a pretty good setup. But this one is going to be the money set. This is the second brand spanking new one. This is the Tree Service Hitch and Haul. This also comes with a modified casting in here and a brand spanking new version of this trailer. And look at this one. This one comes with an enormous amount of stuff. You get 2 figures, 2 cones, this tree, this tree, this tree, and there's another tree back here. So you get 4 trees, 2 cones, and 2 characters. Unbelievable. Just a very, very good setup for this one. So we'll get this guy open and take a look at him. Very, very excited about this one just because it has so many accessories with it. So there we go. Pull out our ridiculous amount of accessories. A couple of cones. Pull out our 2 workers. They do have a hard hat on and stuff like that. They are decorated in yellow and green, which is pretty common. Some gray for the pants. Says Ozima Tree Services on the back. Of course, that is for Terry Ozima. He is a former Matchbox ambassador. And then there is another worker that is the female worker. Looks like she is maybe the estimator or something like that. Looks pretty good. We do get a bonsai style of tree. Again, just a large piece of plastic. Nothing fancy with it. A little bit softer plastic, but still pretty hard. Looks okay. Looks the part. Then we have a few trees that are potted. So try to get these out of here. First one is this one in brown with a kind of a planter on the bottom. Again, just a solid piece of plastic, relatively stiff. There's a hole down at the bottom. We'll go over what the hole's for here in a second. This is a different style of tree, much brighter. Looking pretty good, kind of like a large shrub or something like that. Again, notch in the bottom. Put those guys out there. And then the last one is the exact same as the previous one, just a darker green. So that one looks still pretty good. So we'll set that one out there. This is the tree trimming service truck. This is not a new casting. This has just not been seen for a little bit. So print there on the side says Chicago, Illinois. That is where Terry is from. Some print on the front. I like how it says Ozima right there on the quarter panel. The front looks pretty good. Kind of nice to get some headlight prints on this generic. This guy looks pretty good. Of course, this guy was modified to add the tow hitch as well. It is now called the Tree Lugger. Well, I guess it's always been called the Tree Lugger. Copyright 2022, so this one pushed another new copyright date. This also does have the tree planting attachment on the back. It only goes down that far, and it's not because of the hitch. It's because of just the way it's designed. So it doesn't quite go all the way to the ground like you'd expect it to, but essentially that would go to the ground, and it would, pull the tree up, and then they would transport it, in case you haven't ever seen a tree transport before. So move these guys back a little bit. Make room. There we go. All right, and then here is the trailer. Now, this is a brand new attachment for this trailer. The trailer is not new itself. but it's just a utility trailer. 1318 is the number. But the plastic piece on the top here is new. So I'm not really sure what the wind part is here for, but it's there. Some kind of winding. But see, it is designed to hold all of these trees. So we'll kind of split it up a little bit. And they do actually have a lot of friction. So this trailer is designed to hold all of the trees so that the trees can be moved to the tow site. We'll put this guy on there. See, that one looks pretty good. The turning is a little bit tight just because there's not a whole lot of clearance, but both axles move, which is a good sign. So it actually looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. I actually like the way that looks. Now on the package, they show that you can, you know, simulate this thing's dropping a tree. So if we move this down to simulate that it's dropping a tree, it doesn't really fit in there. There's nothing in there that would hold this. It's just, you know, it's just there. But at least you get the simulated play value for it, which looks all right. I guess it's okay. But that looks pretty good. I'm just amazed at how many accessories there are in this particular one. So there's the Arctic. Then we're going to put our tree trimming truck over here. A couple of rudimentary cones. Nothing fancy with them. Just kind of big cones. Put that guy there. Put that guy there. And then, of course, the two that we've already seen before, which are not new. So there you go. That is Hitch and Tow for 2023. That is the first case of the year. We'll see what happens with the rest. In case you guys were wondering why we're getting repeats of these two, word on the street is they're only allowed to have so many new SKUs for certain things right now, so they're kind of half and halving it. So that's why we get two new ones and two existing ones, but we'll see how it goes. I think the two new ones are pretty good. These are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them, especially happy with the amount of accessories for this one, even though the accessories don't do any good for me. Personally, as a collector, I just collect for the models, but it's good play value. It's good play value. So as far as where these can be picked up, I can't tell you. I have no idea where these are going to be hitting at retail. I did pick these up from a hobby dealer online, so if you guys are looking for these, I suggest just buying them online for now. Otherwise, keep a lookout on your local retailer, and hopefully they show up soon. So there you go. Let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about those guys. Always happy to hear your comments. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll catch you next time. Level M.cast. Peace.